Virgo, how you doing? So I'm going to have to show you my wound before you start thinking, what is that on Steve's hand? I got bit by a dog last night because I gave it some water because it was very hot. So, yeah, you'll have to excuse me if you're thinking what that is. It's because I've been bitten. Work is terrible. The hardest part about part-owning a fast food franchise is people. You just cannot seem to find the right staff. But anyway, Virgo, how you doing? Here we are doing your reading. Let's see. Any of you Americans out there want a job that can hold your temper, that doesn't start flipping out? That'd be great. And if you were mature and old enough as well. Anyway, Virgo, let's see. Virgo, what have we got coming up for Virgo? Virgo, once bitten, twice smitten. Three of Pentacles, work, stuff going on at work, organising work, managed material, could be a Piscean. This is employing people as well. It is possible third-party energy, but we don't really want to go down that road. But this is like looking for employment or putting in a CV or Stevie. But like putting in a CV, okay, it's also like teaching people the job as we go. Like you come in, you work there, you're being taught how to work whilst you're working, okay? It's learning a new skill, but it's also, like I said, it's looking for employment, okay, or to employ people. You got this Seven of Wands, a lot of things going on around work. Now, we're going to look at your love life and your work life, okay? I always want to start off third-party situations that may be in your love life, generally around your work, because there's Pentacles. So this could be a lot of people that are on defense when it comes to working with people. They're all defensive, right? There could be a lot of tit for tat, a lot of arguments, and there's a lot of whispering around and like, did you hear? And they said, and she said, and they did this and I did that and blah, blah, blah. And now it's causing people to start thinking, you know what? Enough is enough. I've got my boundaries. I've got my limits. Okay, that's pretty much it. City limits, something to do with Austin or Texas. Or Tesco's, but like I've drawn my limit. I've pretty much had enough. I'm also picking up that somebody is reaching their limit of spending. Like I've spent too much and I'm now reaching my limit. I can't actually spend any more. Might be loaning. This could also be a bank and I need a bank loan or something. Let's see. Limitations. Libby, Lithuania. This could be going on in Britain at the moment. All Britons are rioting in the streets of London because of the new Prime Minister and immigration laws. Let's see. Virgo. So you've got the Queen of Wands. You've got this energy where you might be compatible and working on something with somebody. And there's like this progression of feeling really good about the future. But there's this, I'm slightly defensive against what might happen. Like it might be okay at the moment, but I'm not really got the expectation that things are going to just miraculously be fine from now on, right? Let's see, there could be someone new coming into the fold at work, which means that somebody's been cut off, somebody else comes in, okay? This could also be a higher position. So somebody is like being given a position that's higher than anybody else. Somebody might be getting high at work, okay, like drugs or something, because I'm also picking up like I keep getting high, or Jai, or anybody's got J in their name, okay, but I'm definitely picking up that this is someone that is about to be employed or given a higher position of like a manager or something like that, okay. I'm also picking up the name Maggie or anybody that has M in their name. Okay. Let's see. Virgo. So Virgo, there you go. So your offer of work is there, a stable offer of being able to earn some cash. This is picking up some extra hours at work, some shift work. This can be where you have 3 jobs or 2 jobs. Some of you or this person may have children and this is dropping the kids off at my ex's or my parent or parent-in-law, and then this is now leaving me free and open to be able to do some work, okay? This is also cash in hand work, meaning that whatever it is that you're doing, they might say, okay, this is off the books, here's some cash. You know, I'm also picking up cash and carry. So people that bookers, we call it, but cash and carry. So these people can own restaurants, pubs, or shops. Okay, this could be where you work in a shop or something like that. Okay, and this is like cash and carry, where you go and buy a load of stuff and that's what you sell. Okay, from cash and carry. So it can be, like I said, loads of people go to cash and carry. You can buy it in bulk, basically. Bulk loads of food, alcohol, drink, blah, blah, blah. So that's there. This is also employing. So if you're looking to be employed and you're kind of like, well, I'm just about to look for a job. I kind of know where there is one. Am I going to get the job? Pretty much, yes. Have I already got the job and am I going to be able to now afford some nice stuff? Yes. Okay. Because there's extra hours that are being offered to someone. Someone that's also from the Offords, or Sandy, or St. Neots, or the name Steve, or Sarah. Yeah. Stable offer of being able to pick up some extra hours, shift work at work. Okay. But it's normally cash in hand for me. Because this is like tax. Okay. And this is like, well, we've got you on the books. But if you're not on the books, it's cash in hand. And then whatever you do with it, it's up to you. Okay. Here. Because this is needing to log everything down. So this can also be like a secretary, front of house in a restaurant, anything like that. But this is being able to like write stuff down and take notes of the hours that I've done. It's like going and clocking in and then clocking out at a certain time. Okay, so it's being asked to come in at, say, 3 o'clock. You clock in and then you clock out. Okay, that's if you're on the books. Okay, someone's here in the name Brooks or Brooke or Brian or Beth or anybody that has B in their name. Okay, Brian, Brooke Shields. Anyway, so if you're looking at third party, I don't really see it. I'm not really seeing a third party situation. I'm honestly kind of picking this more up to do with around your work life here at the moment. Let's see. Virgo. So, 2 of Wands. Libra could be a part of this, or you've got it in your chart. Don't forget you can also watch this as a life path 9. If you're a life path 9, they'll relate to you, hopefully. So, you've got this new beginning that is wanted, this new job that's kind of there. It's now being able to manifest your dreams. It's being able to create a savings account, okay, or to get an accountant, okay, depending on how much you're earning. Now, if you're looking at where you're not in a commitment and you're not, there could be a third party, it could be a Piscean, is a knot, that's my knot card, swinging upon a tree. It's not really telling me too much at the moment, Virgo. 7 of Swords. So it could be a driving job. Could be a lot of spending, lending, and loaning money here. Could be someone that only wants you for money. You've also got some people that have attention deficit disorder. Okay, or Deaf, or Dan, or Deaf, Steph, Jeff, or Steve. But this is a driving job, but it's also paying attention because I'm looking behind me and I'm not focusing, right? That's why it's my finding it difficult to focus on many different things at once. Somebody could be given a job here of this person and they have so much to do that they're so busy that there's a lot to think about. Okay, there's a lot to consider. Some of you may have broke up with someone and there's this chance of bumping into one another again here. So let's find out, what is this 3 of Pentacles about? Tell me more about this story for Virgo. Queen of Cups, Pisces. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I'm picking up a lot of fish energy here. Somebody that is also possibly single. Could be yourselves because you are a 9. Some of you, this person's just in love with their work. If it isn't the fact that I'm single, the 9 of Pentacles means that this person can lead the life of Riley, or the name Ryan, but lead the life of Riley because I can afford to buy nice things, right? So now I've got some work. Well, this person could be very giving, very caring, very sharing of their time and their money. Okay, they don't mind paying Okay, they can also, like I said, like to wine and dine in nice places. This is also being in love with my job. Like, I feel so lucky to have a job here. Like, I feel good. It makes me feel good. There could be a lot of single people if you are single and you are looking for someone. This is wherever I'm working, there are a lot of people that are working here that are actually single, right? If it isn't, and you, like I said, you are with someone, then there's this energy of being able to afford nice stuff. But there is two women here, right? So it's either same sex, or if you know that there's a third party, this is possibly the other woman. Okay, possibly the other woman. And the other woman, that, like I said, it doesn't mean that they're seeing this other woman. It just means that there's another woman at work, right? There is another woman at where someone works. So it's like a male possibly connecting to another female, and the other female is at where they work. Whether you know that or whether you don't know that, that's there. Whether they're actually having a connection or not, I don't know, but there's single people there. So it comes down to trusting the person, or the name Justin. What is the Seven of Wands? Slightly becoming defensive of a karmic energy of the past. Thinking about, well, maybe leaving one woman for another woman here. I mean, this could be where someone's cut someone off and thinking, I'm not going back, I'm going forwards. I'd rather go in this direction than I would this one. I'd rather not focus on the past, I want to focus on the future. This is like a Life Path 5 Sag-Taurus placement, possibly. And it's more optimistic about the future, so it's a future energy. So it's like, why are you not paying any attention to me? Because I'm focusing more this direction. So this could be a female, could be a feminine energy though, but this could be a female that wants to reconcile, but the male here is like, no, I'm leaving for this female here. Okay, or this person. What is the Queen of Wands? Is the 3 again. You might be in a third situation, knowing or unknowing. Doesn't mean they're in a commitment, but there is another person here. If you're with someone that is distancing themselves, right? See, this is the tactic that a lot of, I'm not going to, because some people are saying, no, you're spot on. Some people are anal and they're kind of like, stop picking on women when I'm always sticking up for women. Okay, so it's up to you how you take it. But as the cards are also showing me, and also fact, is that if men have this very like, oh my God, you're my everything, I would drink your bathwater, you are the only one for me, that creates a pedestal, right? This can also work in the opposite direction, like female to male. But if the male, for instance, is like, well, there are plenty more fish in the sea and I can always just get another woman if I want one. And if I don't, I'll be single, but I can just get whoever, right? It can make somebody start to think that I need to start paying more attention to you because it's kind of like a masculine, right? Not like I'm draping over every word that you say and that I want to be with you and you're the only one, okay? Because then that comes up as desperate in order to be in a relationship. A lot of men, when they actually don't pay attention to people and they just concentrate more on their work, stability, and in different directions, they're focusing in a different direction. So that normally makes people chase the person that isn't focusing on them, right? Because you get like a chasing and running. You're never focused on me. You're always focused on your work and you're always focused in different directions. But what is that makes me think about you all the time, that wants to be with you? It's because you're not giving me the attention, right? You're giving it to someone else. So it shows this strong vibed energy of people that go towards people that are kind of like, well, I'm trying to get your attention. And, you know, that makes me think of you. Creates a third party. Let's see. What is the Ace of Pentacles? 10 of Cups. 5 of Swords. Someone starts getting angry about work and money. Somebody is happy that somebody is pissed off the fact that somebody is happy, right? A happy medium, somebody that could be psychic or something, but you know, I'm enjoying my work, I'm picking up some extra hours, but there might be some disagreements over a couple that I'm happy working, but I'm not happy that you're working. You know, well, you're working, aren't you? Yeah. So, and you're working. Yeah. We're both working, different departments, different whatever. Great. But when you have time off, why can't I have, like, if I've got time off, why can't you have it? Well, I can't. I can't control my hours as well as what you can't. Why don't you have time off? And it's something that starts to be argued because somebody's focusing attention deficit disorder possibly more on what their work life is like instead of focusing on the instant gratification of a feeling of a relationship. So it might start to cause some sort of argument coming up for you. Now, if this has already happened, that's because this reading has come out maybe 2 or 3 days beforehand. I'm not sure yet because I've kind of run out of readings over on the join button. Let's see, 2 of Wands, because I haven't had time, but I'm about to have about 3 or 4 days off because I've got a hospital appointment. And all I can probably do is readings at the moment. So Knight of Wands, somebody comes straight back in order to try and work on this. But it's still very toxic. It's this toxic behaviour. You see, I think this is about, it's either happening at work or it's about work. You know, why do people argue about other people working? You know, because if you get one person that doesn't work at all and the other person is working all the time, that's because they're working to try and support you, right? But I get this a hell of a lot where people are arguing because you're working and we don't get to see each other. Well, that is no one's fault, right? It's no one's fault. That's society. Money's, you know, everything is really expensive now and people have to work, right? Blame the government if you want to blame someone, because this is like an instant gratification. But it can also be a very flirtatious. This can be attention seeking. And 2 people are kind of flirting together, and this isn't really argumentative. It's kind of like, it makes me look at you and want you even more. The more you don't actually pay me any attention, it winds me up, making you want you more, because you're not actually giving me what I want, and everybody else gives me what I want. And when you're not paying me any attention, I have to come in really quick in order to get it. So it's like this flirtatious chasing and running type sort of trying to get each other's attention by possibly ignoring each other at times as well, right? Because it's sexual, it's flirtatious, it's someone that might be flirting with someone at their workplace here. And this might not be an argument, it's just competition. I'm trying to get you to focus on me. What is the Magician? You see, men and women can do this as well, and sometimes unknowingly that they do it. Sometimes if people are in relationships already, or they do have options, they can play the field, or someone from Sheffield, but they can play the field, meaning, well, you know, if I don't get any attention from you, I can just get it from the other person I've got an option with. It doesn't really bother me. And then that normally, if that's shown in a mature manner, that can actually make people really want people when they're not focused on relationships because they're secure. That can really help when someone's financially secure as well. But like, you know, they're not showing any sort of like, oh, you know, God, I want you so bad. They're like, well, you know, if it doesn't work with you, I've got my ex, or I've got this person, or I can just go off with this one, and I get quite a lot of attention, so it doesn't really bother me. I can pick and choose whoever I really want. And when you kind of have that thing about you, it actually makes people more attractive, right? Because they're not, oh, right? Let's see. What's the Magician here? So there's a lot of this energy of something that's going on at a distance between someone's work life and stuff. So let's see what the 7 of Swords is for. 2, Libra and another male. Okay, so what there is, I'm seeing in here, there's a male already attached to someone, right? They're kind of maybe seeing each other. But the male that is also seeing one of the females is also interested in another female. But the female is actually also seeing someone. So there's like a fourth energy, if you like. There's two people here and there's two people here. But the male and the female from each party, they're actually flirting with each other, possibly at work. But they both have partners, right? And at the end of the day, they go back to their partner. But what they're doing is they're sort of, it's like this flirtatious behavior, because it's also coming from the male as well as it is coming from the female energy as well. Okay. They're coming up as where they're sort of making out that they may be single, and they're kind of like living like a connected single life. And they might not be telling the truth that they are sort of seeing someone because they're flirting with someone else. It's what I'm seeing, Virgo. Now, a lot of you, I don't want you to jump to conclusions, because I am actually seeing that as something in the cards that a lot of you may not be aware of. And you know me, I don't like to make people start falsely accusing people of that, right? Or accusing people of that and they deny it. Or Danielle, or denial, or Daniel, or Dan. But I'm seeing something here of that. Right, because the two women here, why I'm seeing it is because the two women, that's why this is connected to this 3. Okay, let me move it. Why it's happening is because this female and this female connect to this 3. So this male is more than likely connected to one of these females. That makes the 3, right? Platonic energy. The other female has also got a card of 3 here, right? 1 female, 3, 2 females in the reading, 3. 1 male energy with a balanced energy of trying to get one's attention while also getting the other's attention. But the female is more than likely connected to this guy where it is not a man, it's men. This is not woman, it's women, right? As well as this. So it's multiple energies within one card. And they're all connected to the 7 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, the 3, and the 3 that are connected to 2 women. That is how pretty much I read cards. That's why that's kind of showing me that, right? Now, I'm not saying that either of these are actual cheating on, you know, like sleeping with someone else and their commitments. But what I am saying is that something here is going on as a flirtatious energy at somebody's work. Okay, so let's see. Now, there are obviously possibly ex-divorcee court situations coming up between this male and these people here, and it's also family. These queens and kings can be people's families that are involved. Virgo, talk to someone that makes you feel good. You see, this is it. If people start arguing with people, right, and it gets very stressful at home, and then someone goes to work, and there's someone there that's like new, and they're like very lovely and very bubbly and very easily to talk to. These people could actually be talking to one another at work because it's very stressful at home or very stressful in their relationships. So they start to get to know one another because of the arguments that are created. Here. Let's see, Virgo. Gaslighting. Well, I'm not actually seeing it in the cards, but there could well be an energy, because you've got 9 here that can represent a 9. This could be mind games. Like I said, the 7 of Swords can be a lying energy. I'm not actually telling you the truth. I'm lying. Like, it's, you know, I'm not telling this person that I keep going back to the fact that when I leave this person at home, or when I leave them, I'm going in this direction towards someone else, right? So gaslighting can come up as a confused energy. Right? Shit. Oh dear, this is where everybody clicks off. I am so kerfuffled. And my hand, let's see, Virgo. So, yes, I do love you, but we just don't get on. That's what I'm saying. Arguments. It's weird how people that love each other love to argue. Right? Move on. 8. Well, you got a lot of this move on and move away. It's kind of telling you to do so, but can you? Because don't forget, if this hasn't happened yet, it's coming up, right? But the thing is that in the tarot, I'm not actually seeing a lot of arguing as such, but this can be a major. It doesn't have to be a minor card. It can be something that's very major that starts to push people in different directions. You know, we don't get on, we argue the majority of the time. And why is it that you start looking in other directions? It's because I'm sick to death of being complained and moaned at and shouted at and told, right? And if you're going to keep telling me, that's not actually making me want to work on something. It's making me want to go in the other direction. So it's kind of like this, should I move on from relationships that are not working and maybe connect with someone else, right? So that's what I've got. Now, that can be you or your partner or things that are kind of going on around you, okay? Because it can also be a soul group lesson of friends and family that are all involved, or even your work, right? So there you go, guys. There's your reading. If you wish to help me out and you would like these readings beforehand, but I might have to put this out a little earlier than normal. But normally, over on the other side, over on the join button below, that's only $2 or $3, you get 35 hours of teaching videos about numerology, astrology, soulmates, twin flames, connections, ADHD, and all the signs and orders to look out for, and a load of channel messages of how to become a psychic medium. And then you've also got loads of other readings over there from the past. And then you also get readings in advance before they actually come out on YouTube. And then I'm going to start changing it where a lot of the star signs are not going to be put out, like Pisces and stuff like that. I'm getting 300 views after 7 years on a Pisces reading. That's unbelievably no point me doing it. So sorry if you're a Piscean and you're watching, because I am a fish. You'll have to be a part of the other side because it ruins my channel. I was doing quite well. We reached 31,000 when I was putting out all of the top hitters. And then as soon as I started putting all of the ones that people don't watch, it stopped the algorithm from thinking my channel was doing well to promote the good readings. People don't understand it. They moan all the time and they haven't got a channel. And they wonder why I do it, right? All you got to do is join the join button below and you get to see them anyway. Right, so there you go, guys. Thanks very much. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.